recently enough, we did a rebuild challenge where the CPU drafted a player, then we drafted a player. The CPU drafted a player, then we drafted a player. You kind of get it from there. And it wasn't the biggest challenge in the world. The AI actually drafted pretty well, and when they didn't, because we had so many draft picks, their pick, our pick, their pick, our pick, we kind of fixed it, right? Everything was A-okay. But I thought maybe let's make it where the CPU has a little bit more draft picks. We've done it where, the CPU drafts all the way through, and that is a challenge, but it's a little more fun this way, because I get to actually watch the draft picks as they fly, and then think on the fly to think, okay, what did they just draft, and what are they really lacking on, right? For me, I think you need wide receivers really early. Wide receiver is one of the quickest. Obviously, quarterback is probably the quickest. Positions to go. Quarterback, then wide receiver, then edge, because around that, wide receiver, edge, maybe you can make the argument one way or the other. But with the AI getting 5 draft picks and then we getting 1, it's basically like 10 draft picks for the whole draft for us. And obviously, a lot of those are going to be in the later portions. We're going to get like 3, maybe 4 really good quality picks, and the rest, it's basically going to be like athletic players that maybe have a chance to start. But I'm actually still pretty damn excited because I love fantasy draft rebuilds. If you guys do, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. It would mean a ton to me. If you're not new, it means even more to me that you continue to watch. And also, while you're down there, maybe suggest something you'd like to see. Maybe there's a challenge rebuild you would like to see, or fantasy draft kind of scenario. And if we do use it, you'll be shouted out. I know that's like the ultimate prize ever, clearly. But let's hop on in this one and see what draft pick we have. Let's just say, oh my lord. I was about to say, let's just say that maybe I need to restart because I had it on fixed. I don't know why they decided, hey, we're going to add fixed draft positionings into the game. You know how it's like always been snake? We're going to make it where fixed is the default. So if you forget, you suck and you have to remake it. Love it. Of course, pick 32. If I were to, I'm going to say what picks I would choose, okay? I think that's another fun part about it. What players would I choose in this spot? I would debate C.J. Stroud. If I was trying to build the best possible team, I'd probably say C.J. Stroud or Trevor Lawrence here. And then after that, I would maybe move on to Ayuk. I think Ayuk is probably the next best player to go for. What else do we have? Any edge rushers? Greg Rousseau, that's a bit of a drop. Trey Hendrickson is actually a pretty good player. He develops pretty nicely. Also, did I see Aiden? Yeah, forget Trey Hendrickson. Aiden Hutchinson is who I would take there. What else? I would maybe go crazy. Dexter Lawrence and Aiden Hutchinson. Give me the goons. Give me that D-line. I'm really curious to see what they do, because I do feel like some of these older guys could go. Like, please tell me Rodgers is in Superstar still. Oh, no. Don't tell me Rodgers is a freaking Jaguar, dude. Do not. Please don't tell me he's a Jaguar. AJ Terrell. I can live with that. That is good. That's pick number 1. And then obviously we don't know what this pick is. We're about to find out. Pick number 2. Kenny Moore to the Packers. Okay. And Debo. Okay. I mean, he's a little bit on the older side, but 27-year-old X Factor. We can live with that for sure. You guys knew the picks that I would have taken, so then I would maybe look at corner. Bland is a great value, so I'd probably go Bland here. And then I didn't go wide receiver, so I would go Bland and Olave, I think. But we'll see what the AI decides to do. It is kind of nice having the picks back-to-back like this, because then I can see what they take without having to go in. Are you effing kidding me? That is the worst. Okay, he is a 90 overall. I forgot how high, like how good of a season he had. But that does suck. Like, it's probably going to take us more than a few seasons. He's going to regress hard. He's not even an X factor. That really is not a good draft pick. But, I already mentioned the picks I would have had. This is their 4th pick after Khalil Mack. Let's see what they get. I'm trying to think. Did they went corner, so I doubt they would have went corner again. Quarterback, maybe? TJ Hawkinson. Okay, that's not a bad pick. 26 years old, superstar dev. He's a very good tight end. I haven't really seen him do super well in Sim, but he is very good. Quarterback, if I wouldn't have gone one yet, I would have went Anthony Richardson with this pick. And then I probably... Oh, Pitts is actually gone, so I probably don't go Pitts because he's out of here. David Njoku is a little bit too old now. I'd probably... because he's only star, of course. Do you try to find an edge rusher? Jermaine Johnson's a little bit better than he used to be. Trayvon Walker's there. Joke is a pretty good pick. corners. Maybe you go free safety or safety for the value. And man, it really feels like these draft picks are like useless. Also, is it not our pick yet? No, it is not. Our pick is next. I don't like that. I'm looking at these players and I don't like anything here. I really don't. But let's see what they take with the 5th pick. Pickens. Okay, 2 wide receivers. So wide receiver is not needed. I don't know if I want to go Anthony. You know what? I'm going to go Bryce Young here. I think this is a value pick. Bryce Young. Anthony Richardson, he's okay. But I've seen Bryce Young develop, and I want to see Bryce Young develop again. I don't know if I reach, but at the end of the day, I don't think Bryce Young makes it to round 10. Past round 10, actually, because we're already at freaking round 7. And that was our pick. So we have to do another 5 picks before we get to select someone. Once again, I do really like the fact that we get to see our pick right here. Oh! They keep falling for the high overall veterans, right? Mosley, he really, had himself a season. He's 31. What are we doing? Don't tell me like Quay was on the top of the list. Okay, they would have had to drop down quite a bit to get someone like Quay Walker, but man, that pick sucks. The Jaguars are doing some dumbs. I'll be honest with you. And then we don't know what this next pick is. We're about to find out. So that's pick 2 out of the next 3 we need to wait. They Pacheco. Okay. I like that because running back is really hard to develop. And the stats really suck unless they're usually like proven / in the 90s. So I actually don't hate that pick. I'm on board with that. I don't mind it. AJ Terrell I like too. Don't like Mosley and Khalil Mack. Forbes, I don't think they needed a corner yet. But you know what? Once again, a young player. We can live with it. We can definitely live with it. What other picks were here? Trent Brown is valuable. Because we only have a limited amount of picks, I'm not even looking at my fantasy draft guide that I made. Maybe check it out yourselves. I'm not even looking at it because it's just, what's the point? Why even look at it? I need to just go for what we need desperately and who's just there. Because I'm not going to get another chance. We're really desperately needing edge, though, aren't we? Do we have edge at all? I'm trying to think. I don't think we... Oh, yeah, we have Khalil Mack, but, we have edge, but for how long? 2 seasons? But that was pick 2, was it? No, that was pick 3, and that's pick 4. We're going to skip pick 5 and then find out what they took with pick 4. Ebiketie. Oof. Man, we are not looking good here. Ebiketie and Duggar. Isn't Duggar 27? Ebiketie is star. 78 finesse, so, I don't think I would be willing to undermine them with that pick. And Duggar at 27 with no zone and man, he's literally a linebacker. What are we doing? Wait, when does Jalen Carter go? Is he already gone? I might have to take Jordan Davis for the value. I'd imagine Quay's gone. If Quay's there, I'm taking him. Damn, son! This team had so many golden opportunity players, and they just sold at every corner. Safety wouldn't be the worst thing. Is there any value at corner? We already have corner, so Kyler Gordon's up there, but I don't think we need corner. We already got 2 of them. I guess Jordan Davis, especially if we're, I think, even though I think I don't even think it, I know it. The 3-4 scheme is so bad in Sim. I'm going to go Jordan Davis, and I think we're going to rock the 3-4 as long as we can. Jordan Davis, the value's there. Superstar dev. So assuming I'm not some sort of moron, which, please stop typing. I know you're going to say something. We should have 12 players, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, I'm not a dumb this time. Of course, let's see what they choose this time. Wills. Okay. Linemen. Once again, the AI doesn't like to draft players that are the wrong position and then move them. So Wills. Oh, Fatu Kasi. And then we got to see what the other pick was. Wills, Fatu Kasi, and Darnell Savage. Man, this team does not know how to draft a safety. Holy crap. I think it's one more pick after this, and then our pick, if I'm not mistaken. And whether it is or not, it doesn't really matter. It's pretty hard to mess this up. Carl Lawson, they don't even need him. Wrong scheme, morons. Really? Luke Godecki. He's actually insane. Holy crap, they've got me a goon. This is like a poor man's Tyler Smith. I like it. Okay, so once again, we should have 17 players here if it's my turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Our choice. Really disappointed that they didn't go Trent Brown, but obviously only a few teams can have Trent Brown. O-line we need a lot of. Connor Williams' value is absolutely there. Might even be my guy. Still need DT. Any DTs? No, not really. Benton, he's got some value, but I haven't really seen him develop often. Middle linebacker. Any, like, Hiddens. Pace, he didn't develop for me in my Vikings rebuild, though. Nakobe Dean. Yeah, like I said, we get a couple of okay picks, but most of these picks are very low value. Right, there's not much to do with these picks. Mekhi Blackman didn't really work out for us. Brents is hidden, but once again, we already have our 2 starters. Safety, I didn't like either of the safety picks, but I also don't think any safety is going to be worth it here. We got Mapu, but I think this is actually going to be Connor Williams, because I don't know what value they're going to find someone else at. 26, normal dev, but once again, another Godecki, very good normal dev player. And honestly, I already feel like I don't even want to draft anymore. What the AI draft? What do they go with this one? Singleton. Holy crap, the Sellington. This is crazy. This has been some pretty bad drafting. Oh my. This is one of the worst CP. This is one of those teams that just never does anything. I didn't even realize Carl Lawson's also bad. And then Richie James was one of their picks. It's round 22. It's not round 50. This team's drafting like it's round 50, though. This team is not having a good draft. Who did they even draft that was halfway decent? Like, they took Mac in round 3, right? So who else did they take? Sterling Shepard, Miles Sanders. We're taking old backup running backs now. Old for, like, you know, Madden. 26 is, you know, pretty old for that guy. Holy. So now my pick is at, what, 24 picks? So this is actually my pick right now. So wide receiver is not a problem. Obviously, depth wide receiver is kind of a problem. O-line, left tackle even is iffy, and they took him early. Like, they took him very early. O-line, is there any Osiris Torrance? I guess. Probably could do better in a CPU-generated draft, though. But at the same time, if I take a right guard, maybe they'll pass on right guard, and they won't sell and grab some super old dude. You know what? I'm taking Marty Mapu here. I think it's the value. I'm going to start him over Darnell. Darnell just doesn't have a ceiling. All right, more picks. Bryce Callahan. All right, there's one. I wish it would actually let me do, like, pick to pick. I know it makes no sense because obviously, you know, we can't trade up or anything like that, but still, it'd be nice to see it. Stromberg. Okay. I mean, that's a hidden dev O-lineman. The pick besides Callahan was probably someone older because it's still going up. Who do they take? Wait. Oh, is it Nick Benito? I always get Nick Benito and Ebikidi confused. I suppose that's not a bad pick, but Stromberg and Nick Benito there. Okay, Callahan, not really a great pick. And then we have the next pick. And the next pick. We don't know what these are, though. Lewis Seen went 1 pick before us. Cameron Thomas, another young player, I suppose. And the other player that they took was not Aaron Banks. Okay, so if we're looking at what we have a QB, we have 2 running backs, we have 4 wide receivers, we have a tight end, we have 4 starting linemen I'm okay with. So 1 more would do the trick. We have, like, no DTs. Fatu Kasi, I suppose, could be an interior guy. Linebacker, definitely. So, linebacker, DT, kind of, and 1 more lineman. That's going to be the goal here. So, let's see if we have anybody here. O-line, any devs. Any devs at all. Just even, like, 1 hidden dev. We have none on that spot. Left tackle, no. There should be a center, right? We should see, oh, crap. Am I thinking of, wow, the Jet Center, isn't that the position? I'm pretty sure. There should have been a Jet Center there. Do I maybe go with David Andrews just to have a guy for 1 year? Because I'm not really looking to, like, play to lose. I'm looking to play to get our guys devved up as quickly as possible. All right, linebacker also. I don't think we have devs. What about ages? Go by age. I think Papo is an interesting name. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull anything off here. I think the majority of the draft's kind of bad. I guess we're going to go David Andrews. He's like the best value here. We need another lineman. Maybe plays guard or something, or remove, whoever. Connor Williams to guard. Ooh, Chase Brown. I like that pick, actually. I actually do like that pick. That's a pretty good running back. That's probably our true number 2, as he at least has like a semi-ceiling. Not that it really matters too much, but it's still nice to, start your youngish players. Billings goes there. Who else was the other guy we had? It appears to be, I'm going to freaking miss him, Jakeem Grant. Okay, that's a decent kick returner. I'd probably rather have Marquise Goodwin because he has the mentor tag, I believe. We don't know what went there. Then we have this pick, which is Graham. Okay, I think he's semi-young, right? How old is he? Graham, 24? Yeah, he's semi-young. Okay, I mean, Percy Butler, that's a pretty good pick. Maybe even he starts. Goodwin is there, too. Yeah, I mean, this is basically the situation with the draft. It's not great. It really isn't. Byron Young, he is young, 22. I mean, there's just no point in that at all. Age. Owen Papau, I guess, is going to be our choice. Maybe he starts, maybe he doesn't. We are in a 3-4, so we only need 2 off ball. And honestly, at this point, it almost feels like I don't even need to draft. Clayton Tune, they saw a quarterback, and they're like, yeah, we need a backup quarterback, because Bryce Young, you just don't know. I guess. What else do we have? Tyndall, I like that pick, actually. Young, speedy. Clayton Tune, of course, and we have Tyndall. Who else was there? Carlos Dunlap. Okay, I believe he does have the mentor tag. I signed him a lot. So if he actually has a couple of years, it's a good contract. I don't mind it. What else is next? We have another pick, and then it's our pick, which, I mean, at this point, we're really getting down to the nitty. Bohanna, he's huge. He's like 360, I believe. Xbox. Bohanna, 360. Should be another player in here somewhere. Andrew Booth, okay, he's kind of young. Maybe I should look for a corner. I don't think we need corner. They just took Booth as well. Special teamer, maybe? It probably doesn't really matter to grab a special teamer, though. And I guess I go Siaki Ika, I suppose. And then I'm going to take 2 more players and sim the rest of the draft. I think that comes out to proper, right? We have 10 more picks. There's technically 11. I think we might be getting 1 extra pick by like a sliver at best, maybe. I'm going to take 2 players and then call it there. I mean, these guys are really just so bad. Who the hell do you go with? These guys are all so terrible. Bostic, I think he might have mentor. Seems like there's a lot less. Oh, Randall Cobb for the mentor tag. Go Randall Cobb, and then we get a kicker. Because I think the AI... No, the AI doesn't draft kicker at all, do they? Draft kicker, and then sim the rest of the picks. See what they give us. I can't remember who was the guy now. It's one of the youngster kickers. Cade York, I think. But he's such a low overall. It's like, do you really care about the youth if his overall's that low? Like, I'd rather just go Jake Elliott. Screw it, Jake Elliott. The kicker is no longer as clear-cut as he used to be. I probably could have still done better than that, but I don't care. All right, so I don't know what we finished out with, but I need to release 1 player. Jared Patterson might be young, but he is also slow. There's really not much more to it. We didn't get a fullback either, so I actually have a couple of players I need to probably replace. Okay, I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, why not? Old guy. We do have enough linemen to start, but we don't really have enough youth for the future. We'll make some adjustments, but obviously all these players are pretty much bad. We'll change everything around and head into Season 1 where, I mean, this is one of the worst fantasy draft teams we've ever finished with. It definitely is. And we've had, ones where the AI does the whole thing, but they drafted better in that one. So, it's definitely a spot to be in. Of course, the best punter, A.J. Cole with superstar Dev. And then the best fullback is Reggie Gilliam, technically, because he's young and pretty athletic, and he's got star, and he's good. He's a good player. And that will be our fullback. And now the rest is releasing 2 players, to be fair. All right, the first season is this the roster. I worry about some of the players, right? Deebo Samuel, he's 27. Ceiling, it's not fully reached, but do I ever see him getting higher than like a 92 overall before regressing? Probably not. Pickens, definitely a lot to like there. Hawkinson, I think he'll be here for the rest of this rebuild. Stromberg, I've almost never seen him develop. Wills, never see him develop anymore. Godecki, maybe. Connor Williams, maybe. So 3 linemen to replace. Maybe a wide receiver. We'll see what happens with Debo. Definitely would like to get a new slot receiver. Middle linebacker, number 2 for sure. Middle linebacker, number 1, probably. Left out, number 1, probably. Right out, number 1, eventually. Sure out, both safeties, probably. Cornerback 2, maybe. Right end, yes. Left end, yes. So a lot of our players need to be replaced. That's all I can really say about that. But I will say the challenge has been there. The challenge is here. All right, re-signings. Bryce Young's already on the list. And I mean, you got to imagine he's your future. And for that price, that is a super steal. Mapu, I mean, at this price, that's a steal just as a backup. $4 million per year, steal. Savage, no thank you. Mac, I would assume he'll be good for another 2 seasons. So 2-year 37. Booth, probably not. Tyndall, probably not. He's 23. I knew he was 23. I thought he was 21 or 22, but 23, man. AJ Cole probably gets re-signed. Gilliam, I guess. Elliott, I guess. To the playoffs, and to no one's surprise, we are not in them. Some teams are just built to win. Some are not. We were built to not. Let's take a look at the stats and awards, though. Bryce Young, it wasn't terrible. You know, remember, he is a rookie still. Feels like, you know, we've seen so many sims of Bryce Young that he's been in the league for how many years now, but he is still a rookie. Pacheco, not bad for a non-90 overall player. And then Pickens, Samuel, and Hawkinson, actually not bad. The offensive numbers, not terrible. Could a lot of our struggles have been because Bryce Young's a low overall? The O-line's not that high of an overall. Probably, and possibly. Or both. But defensively, sack totals, not the best. Ebikidi, pretty good considering. He is 7 sacks, tied with Mac, and the ratings are nowhere near similar. Forbes could be good enough for Rookie of the Year, could be good enough for a dev up in general. Mosley praying for a dev up because they used a pretty high pick on him, and he is a very good player. He's just 31 years old, and at star dev, that regression's going to hit. Even if he gets a superstar, that regression's going to hit. But with superstar, it at least gives us more time. It gives us more time with our CJ Mosley. But here is the yearly awards. Joe Burrow on the Cowboys wins MVP. Looking at the other awards, did we win anything? Wicks to the Chiefs and Byron Young to the Ravens. Did we have a chance at anything? So Bryce Young at 4. Quarterback at number 4 is definitely something. And then number 2, 3, and 4 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think we're going to win anything with that being said. And unfortunately, we do not. So I'm not sure if we secured any dev ups, but hoping for a few specifically on defense. But we have a lot to replace. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do outside of maybe like an edge rusher. But we're going to try. The Packers against the Texans in the Super Bowl. 2 new teams, I suppose, especially the Texans. And the Texans win 38-17. Definitely intriguing me. Offensive dev-ups, anyone at all. Bryce is still a superstar. Hawkinson goes to X Factor, which is nice. I imagine Bryce is still a superstar, right? I actually don't know, so I had to take a look. What are his ratings after the first season? I think he got 1 throw power. Accuracy is very good. He would have been a fun quarterback to use as well. But here's Hawkinson, now an X Factor, which is really clutch timing because obviously he's not the youngest player in the world, but tight end does last quite a bit. Defensively, I don't know if a single guy went up in dev. I'm pretty sure AJ Terrell is already superstar, and he just wasn't in that Falcons rebuild because the starting point was like past the point where you can like cancel. Oh my lord, he's already an 85 overall. Why does the AI fall for this? Why do you fall for a Khalil Mack? He lost 9 power move. That is crazy. He was like 94 power move, and now he's 85. We just paid him a 2-year 37, which the money's not bad, but Khalil Mack kind of is almost. He's getting there. Yeah, strong. I mean, pretty much everything we said that we were going to worry about for needing to replace, it's there. It's there. Of course, Larson, I mixed Carl and Lawson. Carl Lawson wasn't actually the starter for us last season. I don't know what happened there with the changeup, but I think it was Dunlap. Either way, doesn't really matter because maybe Dunlap retired, I guess, but those guys are going to be needing to be replaced anyways. I can't believe Lawson. He's such a low overall now. I was like, oh, that's not a bad pick, actually. But no, he is no longer usable. Before, you could kind of use him. Now, not really. Savage, not worth it. Booth, too expensive. You know, most of these guys are backups. And to be fair, we did sign a lot of players. So most of those guys, I'm chill with. We lose, solid players more than that in regular realistic rebuilds, let alone a fantasy. But 81 mil, usually the same old kicker, punter, fullback, those type of positions. Maybe a safety or a corner every once in a while. And I don't know if we're going to see that here. Middle linebacker, Walker, Alec Pierce, always. I don't know why, but always. Maybe he's just like a guy that takes so long to get drafted that he's like really buried on every single group's receiving unit that gets him. But either way, that is pain to see him always going to free agency. It wouldn't hurt to have someone like him, but I mean, at best, I wouldn't want to pay more than $4 million per, which pretty much everyone's guaranteed more than that. But yeah, not going to spend money in free agency, kind of as expected. And I don't know what draft pick we have. It's not going to be the best, but it's going to be up there. Looking for edge mainly, but at the same time, I'm always in it for the best available pick / trade value. All right, got a bunch of different names. Round 1s, round 1 to 2s, 2 to 3s, a bunch of different things going on. Quarterback goes number 1. I didn't really actually pay attention to quarterback because, well, we got a 7-year deal for our quarterback. Pick 8. There's probably a lot of our players still on the board. And with that knowledge, we're going to have to figure out if it's worth taking someone up here or trading back and gaining more picks. This guy scouted him further. No thank you. Garland, no thank you. We have Hicks now, who is a 1 to 2. 22 years old, 6'5". I like the prototype size, a finesse. He looks like more my type of dude. 1 to 2 can go anywhere, though, so maybe 18 to be safe. And then with 18, we also have Heron. There's another guy, BAB. 22, decently fast, A, power move, B, block shed, B, awareness, B, tackle, A, pursuit. I've seen better. I've seen a lot worse. We have other guys. Javier Samuels, 21 years old, B, tackle. Not the fastest guy for a 3-4, though, I must say. So I'm a little iffy on that. He does look great, though. Mobley, another guy that maybe doesn't really fit as that 3-4, and then a bunch of other guys that just don't really fit. So realistically, Heron is good, but I'd rather trade to 20, get an extra pick, maybe like an extra second-round pick, and end up taking Hicks at 18, 20, something around that range. So whatever we're going to get here is, kind of what I'm going to take. I believe 22 is a little bit further than I'd like to go. 30, no thank you. 17's too high. 25's too low. Anyone in the 20 range, like early-ish 20? No? Okay, I guess it's manual trade time. The Bills? All right, I don't really have a replacement for Richie James, but he's on a 1-year deal, so I'm like thinking if this isn't our year, which I doubt it would be, might as well get some value for him. So we traded pick 8, a 4th round this year, and him for pick, was it 19? The second round equivalent to 19, and the third round equivalent to that, which will, of course, give them a higher draft pick. I don't know what the Rams want. Maybe edge themselves. And I think so. Pick 19. I'm hoping Hicks is there. I'm going to be really disappointed if he's not. I didn't go, slow sim because it is what it is. We have other names. I do worry about the fact that his tackle and pursuit's low, but I think the prototype size with the A finesse, I think I'm willing to take him. Oh my, I suck! I bet you Heron's a star or superstar. I guarantee it. Let's go to 8 in the second round, see what we got. Got that extra second round pick, which we did need in fairness. What else do we have here? So, any 2 to 3s, Mobley's there. DT, I think we had 1 to 2. Didn't get this fully Scott. A lot of DTs still here. I don't know who to take because there's a bunch of different names here. Safety could definitely, because I don't like our strong safety. I'm going to be real. I do like that B across the board player there. Might be our guy. A bunch of Bs. Will Ferrell, I guess. 21 years old. Not the fastest, but I'm taking a chance. Head and Dev. Nice. Oh, wait, he wasn't even a 1 to 2. He's a 2 to 3. I could have slowed it down. Oh, well. We can trade Duggar off for probably like a third-round pick. Of course, Cormier goes. DT is a need, but there was so many there. I'm just like, hey, somebody's surely going to be here still. I would imagine. Mobley's still there. Not really a DT, but Forden is still there. I did not think he was going to be here, so I'm going to take Glenn Forden. 21 years old. Is this going to be a sell? It's not. I don't know why he's still there, but I am absolutely happy with it. Next pick is pick 8 in the third round. This is why I traded down, though. We don't really have much depth. I'm going to go to the Giants, see if they need a strong safety. Giants, Lions, Chargers. All right, we trade Duggar to the Lions for pick whatever the hell that was. I think that Duggar's a good overall, but his coverage ratings suck, and I think that plays a huge factor in how well someone does in Sim. I don't know who's going to go here, but we could use another DT, really. So we'll see what we get there. Dent, linebacker Jonathan Jefferson's there. We've got a bunch of linebackers on the list. I really like Creighton. I think Mosley is definitely good enough to start for yet another season. Who else did we have here? Some O-linemen. Dorsey's there. We definitely need line, and Dorsey looks like the best lineman. So I'm going to take Brandon Dorsey. Why am I so bad? I've been selling a lot lately with the O-line. Obviously, it's not really much I can do. The guy looked good, you know. You see those ratings, you got to take the chance. Can you battle? Not really, to be honest. I don't know why you asked. Linebacker Jefferson's still there. We still need a linebacker, at least one for a fact. Everything else is maybe questionable. Bolden and Malone. I think Bolden has the higher ceiling, but we don't know the block shed, whereas Malone has the lower tackle ceiling, but at the same time, they could literally be tied. We definitely need multiple linemen as well. I think I'm going to go with Bolden. Actually, I should go for who is younger. 22 versus Malone, who is 22 as well. 286 seems to be the higher chance for hidden, I feel. 31 reps versus what? 31 reps versus 35. I'm taking 35. Oh, don't tell me I've sold again. Of course, that position I'm okay with. That position usually doesn't matter too much. Jefferson goes there. I did feel that was going to happen. Oh, there goes most of the line. Is that all the linemen? I think I just lost all my linemen. I think I just lost them all. Well, that freaking sucks. Well, I'm imagining, unless I get really unlucky, that there's going to be at least one linebacker at 19. I have at least 7, and there's like 7, 8 picks between us. So, I mean, unless I get really unlucky, we should be fine. Is that tight end still there, too? He is not. Bolden is still there. Linebackers, I mean, I had my eye on Skinner for a while here. So, Junior Skinner, hidden dev. I'm actually really shocked. Very good change of direction as well. Who else was there? It was Bolden, right? I mean, might as well trade up to the Chiefs. We should still have multiple 4th-round picks. Actually, no, we just traded one for that trade up. It is what it is. Not the best of our drafts. Definitely, I've done better. Is that enough? Kind of selling. Really not happy with the non-hidden dev lineman. It's just the worst pick you can make. Everything else you can develop. O-line, it's just an L. It's just like, okay, I just drafted a guy I will no longer be using, ever. Do we need multiple safeties? Mapu's good enough. He could play linebacker, perhaps, but I'm going to go with Jamie Bolden. That's who I basically was thinking of trading up for. Of course, he's hidden. Nice. I made the right call with that strength, though, so, I mean, what can you do? Well, we got our whole interior done, and normal dev outside linebacker. Sweet. And I found a 2-3 safety in the 7th round that has hidden dev, 88 speed, 86 excel. I took a wide receiver in the 6th round. He wasn't very good. He was 23. He was like the fastest guy I've seen. He was really bad. He was only 92 speed as well with a 4.37. Very unfortunate. Up and down draft. I didn't expect to fix all of our problems in one go, but I definitely expected more hidden linemen instead of 0 hidden linemen. How's that shrunk? Free safety's normal. Someone also mentioned that one of the last rebuild we did, the wide receiver that was pretty mid, it was one of the quarterback archetypes. I really wish I would have seen that in action, but here's Hicks, 79 finesse. I'm really hoping the other guy was at least like normal dev as well, because then it would feel a lot better, because this guy's actually not bad. He's just normal dev, which, of course, isn't the hardest thing to develop. Will Ferrell, funny dude. C79 zone coverage, actually really good. Just a little slow, but, you know, entertaining. Oh! Okay, I'll take an X Factor. There we go. That is a very good draft pick. That is a winner. That is a definite winner right there. Yeah, I don't know why. I do feel like, you know, the guys that fall... Wow, this guy's really mid. The guys that fall under the radar are the guys that have, you know, decent enough ratings, but they're not elite athletes. They're not elite this... I'm just saying. They don't have the most elite ratings. They're the guys that usually are superstar or X Factor when... Oh, yeah, this guy's normal. 82 finesse, though. Very good. You know, that's just how it goes a lot of the times. But 2 really good draft picks in there makes you feel a lot better. Because I was, you know, heading into this draft recap thinking, oh, Lord, we had a mid-draft. Really not what we need at pick 8. Star Dev, you can't win them all. although that is still absolutely a winner. And then the last player is Bolden. I guess we'll take a look at the safety because maybe we drafted 2 X factors. Bolden, another mid, so maybe also a superstar. You know, the other guy was kind of mid ratings, so nope, it's going to be star dev 50. That is a number and a half. Let's take a look at Fisher now, who I guess plays the backup free safety spot. A little bit of hip power, okay zone coverage, definitely not that athletic. Same as the X factor we drafted, and he is star dev, which, you know, talked about it before. Star dev is really not what it used to be, and a lot of time you'd rather just have normal. So if that Heron guy, who was definitely going to be the choice, it was going to be between Heron and the guy we took. Wait, where the hell did he go? Wait, no way. Did I draft Hicks when Heron was still on the board? He went... Please tell me he's normal. I did not think... I thought he was easily going to be gone, so I didn't even look. He was a round 1? Don't do it. Okay, I mean... You can make the argument who's better, because our guy has a higher ceiling, but, you know, it could have been a lot worse, I really thought. And then Garland went later, also hidden dev. There was no way. Yeah, there was no way I was going to take him over either of those 2 guys, though. He was very raw. And like I said, I don't know why, but I just think that the lower, like, right now you are, the higher dev you have, which I guess kind of makes sense. Season 2, Bryce Young went up okay. I think he starts as, what, a 72, 73? He's a 77, so 4 to 5 upgrade points off of an okay season. Debo went up 2 overalls, which is nice. Pickens a couple of overalls. O-line definitely would have loved to do better, right? Because we still, I mean, in my opinion, need to replace 3 linemen. Probably left tackle, definitely left guard, and probably right guard. Maybe even right tackle, technically. But everything else, I think, is fine on the offensive side of the ball. And then we did land a couple of defenders that are hidden. So, in fairness, we did all right there. But how many of these guys are future guys, right? We need to replace right out. Ebikidi, he had a 7-sack season, but he is, what, 25 star? He's not bad, but he literally has the same finesse as Hicks, right, already. And it's just like the ceiling's not there, and he's going to need a contract. And we need a middle linebacker. And, yeah, we're still pretty far away. Wouldn't even surprise me if we missed the playoffs yet again, especially if I don't change the scheme, which I don't think I want to. I kind of like both sides. Defensively, I think Mac should have done better, but Ebikidi, 7 sacks for somebody that's, you know, not that great, tells me maybe it's not that bad either side. The Map Man, Superstar Dev, okay, no XP, but Superstar Dev. We're also at the middle of the season, so time to re-sign. Debo for sure. Forbes for sure. Wills, this is why I talked about needing to replace him. This is why I talked about replacing Ebikidi. Look at the money he wants. Oh, no. I think we replace a lot of these players. I think we keep Connor. We keep Luke. We might keep Wills. And then we obviously keep these 2 fellas. Hey, Hicks, star dev. How much XP, though? That's what I want to know. Not great. But, hey, he got to star. And if he had a good season, which I'm not sure of, maybe superstar. And no matter what, we're in the playoffs. I really didn't expect it. I really didn't. I didn't change the scheme because, you know, like I said, I felt like last year was actually not bad. Kept everything the base, what the Jaguars start with. Let's take a look at the schedule, see how we actually played. I don't see us on the top 3 for quarterback, but some of the other numbers kind of, you know, elude me. Some of the teams, who do we play against? I mean, there's some kind of easy matchups in there, in fairness, so it's not like we had the toughest road to the playoffs, but still, 12 wins is 12 wins. We did finish with that 12 win. Yeah, we did. Looks like the Colts are going to be joining us. Isaiah Pacheco, number 3, actually. Passing yards, we actually had a down year, no? This makes no sense. We had a better team. Not by much, but a better team, yet a down year, which is really unfortunate. But rushing was better, so maybe that took a little bit of a toll, but we'll definitely take somebody improving. That's all that matters to me. Receiving, it is what it is. Wills, we're going to be replacing him. Mac with 10.5 sacks. Hicks with 6. Maybe it's good enough for Rookie of the Year, but probably not. Even Skinner probably has a better chance than him, and I don't think he's going to win it. Elliott missing 4 to 18 is okay. Cole, not bad. Punt return, kick return, no touchdowns. Not really expecting much there ever. Joe Burrow wins MVP again. You know, usually the Cowboys or the Chiefs scheme, but Purdy kind of doing well there. Looking at any award wins, please. Skinner, okay, I would rather have Hicks, but as long as it's one of our guys. Best QB at number 7, which is a little surprising. Maybe a weak conference because that did not look like a good season. Unless he had a lot of rushing touchdowns I wasn't aware of. Pacheco at number 8. A little surprised that he's that low. Wide receiver at number 5. O-line, not on the list. Not shocked by that at all. No D-line. Linebacker, though, at number 4. I thought maybe the rookie would have been on there, but no. DB not on the list either. And then kicker not on the list either. So, made the playoffs. A couple of potential dev-ups. And we did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but yeah, we're still building the roster up, but a win would be kind of nice. Once you make the playoffs, your draft pick's going to suck anyway, so every win is a good thing. And here we are, the Titans, a team that's obviously going to be running the ball a lot. Don't know if they actually picked up a good running back or not, but it is 3-0. Not a commanding lead, but a lead nonetheless. Still holding that lead, 6-0 now. 6-3. What a just a barn burner. 10-6. It looks like we're going to take the lead with 2 minutes left. The Titans, who are supposed to be running the ball, have 1 second left. They missed the field goal because it looked like they stopped the clock. What did I just witness? He missed a 42-yard field goal. That is pain. Both quarterbacks not playing well, but at least Bryce was better. Running backs, nothing really showing up there. Receiving, it was just a really bad offensive game. And, the fact that there wasn't really many sacks on defense tells me it wasn't because of the defenses either. It was just a crap game between two crap teams, but at least we're less crap and we're moving on. All right, schemes do matter a lot, but this is still a fantasy draft. The Browns, their schemes used to be okay. Mahomes and freaking McCaffrey. Oh, no. That is not a combo that is scoring that little bit of points like it did in the wild card round. There's no way that we win if we played like we just played. This is going to be a devastating one if we play that badly. They already scored 7 points on the first drive. Hey, we scored a touchdown. It's possible after all. 14-7. And as I expected, here it is. Here it is. 28-7. Nice little bounce back. It's not over. Hey, hold up. The Jaguars are cooking. Let them cook. The comeback. 28-all. 4th and 5. Stop. 3rd and 7. You gotta. The clock, unless the clock's moving here, it doesn't matter. This first down means more than anything just to get, this game to overtime. You don't get this. There's a chance we don't ever see it. Debo. Clutching up. I will call a timeout here. This might be able to catch something down the sideline. Hawkinson, pretty good route runner. Pickens 1-on-1. If we catch anything in the middle of the field, we can still get down there in time. We just got to make sure that it is for a field goal. Hawkinson, kind of predetermined that. No way. He gets under that? I feel like he got lost in the dust. I just had a stroke. Oh, my God. All right, Debo on the wheel. Pickens. That's a lot to ask for. Damn, Pickens. Catches that. We're in field goal range almost. And now we're back in that situation again. We didn't stop. We didn't get the clock moving at all. Not one bit. Let's see if anyone wants to get open. Debo. Oh. He overthrew him and dropped because of it. Well, there's that. Punt is pretty good. Probably wanted this in play, but 11 seconds. That should be overtime. Barring any stupid stuff, it will go to overtime. And they get the ball first, which is what we want, but don't look like we're going to get the stop. 1st and goal, they'll get the touchdown. No touchdown means game over. And I think the analytics say things. And what the analytics say is I'm about to crap my pants because of pressure. You don't really want to be under center, but you want a quick throw probably. Do they have the speed to cover Pacheco? Do they even have anyone over there to cover Pacheco? They don't. Pacheco sends us to the championship round. I wonder, the odds of someone going for that situation. Surely it's high, right? But the question is, if you're the team that scores the touchdown first, do you go for it? I don't know. But Bryce Young apparently outplayed Mahomes. Their punter had a fake for 28 yards as well. Both running backs damn near the exact same yardage. Looking at sack totals, Jordan Davis with 2. Not bad. Kicking and, punting and all that kind of clean. So, hey, we got to the championship round. Definitely did not expect to get here. And I didn't really even help the team at all. I got the 2-point conversion, but us trying to get down the field, that was a complete and utter disaster. I don't know what he needs. He needs deep accuracy. I don't think it's going to really change anything, but We'll try to get that with strong arm, get a couple of deep accuracy, maybe even a throw power. That was not really what I wanted, but his throw power is 89 now, so he is moving on the up and up. Surprisingly, we are as well in this playoff bracket now on to the championship round. Could it be the Chiefs? It'll be the Patriots. That is an interesting team drop. Josh Allen, in fairness. Danielle Hunter. Stingley. Some names. And on the other side, it's Green Bay versus Dallas. Green Bay just made it to the Super Bowl. Did not win it, but they did get there. And are we really about to get to the Super Bowl in year 2? I really do not think the team is there. 24-7, 24-10. We do got some pretty good, skill positions on offense, in fairness. And the defense is going to hold on. We're in the Super Bowl. I really don't think we're here. And it's with the Chiefs playbook. Bryce Young, though, he is getting more confident each playoff game we play. Debo, pretty good. It would be nice to run like the Niners or something to actually use Debo the way that the Niners use him. Missed kick, but didn't end up mattering. I will say it would have closed the game out. It would have been up by 3 possessions, but still didn't matter. We held them. And, yeah, I am very surprised that we are where we are. That is one hell of an upgrade. That's why we always upgrade slot. We used to do that for wide receiver as well, but that upgrade did kind of fall off a little bit. Go run stopper because he should go power rusher anyways. Get a little bit of balance while we're actually watching him and developing him. But here it is, the Super Bowl. Kind of hoping it's the Packers. They just lost, but more importantly, that Cowboys scheme is brutal. Joe Burrow won 2 MVPs in a row. And we get to go against that Cowboys team with the Super Bowl MVP, or the regular season MVP, back-to-back. Joe Burrow is a 99 overall. Overall, speaking of, are very similar. Eddie Devups on the offensive side of the ball. It does not appear so defensively. We had Skinner go up and Dev, and Mapu is an X Factor. That is not a name I was expecting to be an X Factor. Superstar Dev with a breakout, which is very hard to get. No matter what breakout it is, getting to Superstar is very tough. Interior line, I suppose, a little bit easier, but very tough. Max back to X Factor, I didn't even think about that. And then Skinner to Superstar, which does not surprise me because he won Rookie of the Year. Very, very interesting stuff. I don't know if that Mac Dev up really saves him, but it definitely is better than not having it, I suppose. Plus, he has an upgrade point on top of it. The Cowboys, though. A team that you don't really want to ever see. Power move, yeah, that is their best thing. Plus, he could get his block shed up as well, which would be great. 2 power move, which puts him at 87. I mean, if he drops only a few points, not 9 again, I mean, he could be the guy for next season even, which, I mean, we have him for another season anyways, but will he be the starter? I don't know. But here it is, 15-2 Dallas Cowboys, who have a very good scheme. Mark Andrews, Jahan Dotson, who's an X Factor, and then, of course, back-to-back MVP Joe Burrow. Do we still use Joe Burrow's nickname, or do we reserve it for when he makes the comeback? I'm just saying. Either way, we get the stop on Dallas. They get the stop on us. They get the touchdown. We drive down. We get nothing. We get the stop. We drive down. We get a touchdown. 7-all. 10-7. Not a bad little start. 10-10. Huge touchdown before half. We get nothing. We start the second half with a touchdown. We're down by 3 now. Up by 4. Get the stop. Can't do it. It's a touchdown. We're down by 3. They could clock us here, and it looks exactly like that's going to happen. And they get the touchdown. They didn't need the touchdown, but they got it because they're like, hey, screw it. Power plays. We're the Cowboys. We win every single Super Bowl ever. How about that for commentary? Gonna try to get down the field here, make a play happen, and nobody can get the ball. Bryce Young, strengthen your arms. It is weird how throw power works, though, right? Like, you can't just hit the weight room. Like, why? Like, why not? How come lifting a bunch of weights doesn't make your arms stronger? I don't understand. We had to keep that in bounds. We had no choice. There was a convoy, and unfortunately, we got stopped a mile back, and the convoy just didn't notice. Outside line. That route sucked by Pickens. Save the day, Pickens. Good try. That route was ass. Let's just be real. Only chance we have is an onside kick anyways, but kind of need to at least get one of the scores before then. And we cut it back. Pacheco does what Pacheco does, which is outrun everyone and apparently run very terribly on the actual game itself. Right up to the line. Shepard, I doubt he's good enough to get down the sideline. He gets a push. I mean, he has a chance. It's really good defense, though. I'm going to be honest with you. We are running out of time. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get here. We'll probably have to use our timeout if we even get in position. What are these route runnings, though? Almost picked off the deflection. Our guys are getting pushed off their routes so hard. Back to the crossers. Pickens. They usually leave that inside route wide open. Oh, that's a really good throw. Awuzie's got the longest arms in all of freaking human history. Awuzie could legitimately, without jumping, block Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's just be honest. Oh, he beat him, but I don't know by how much. Finally? Wow. The rookie that we thought was a bum is the only guy to clutch up. We have a little bit of a chance because some guy that ain't even starting. He'll be the number 3 next season unless we find somebody. That was good enough for me. Speed onside. I think speed is when you're trying to catch them off guard, right? So strong onside's probably your best bet when they're ready for it. Oh! No shot! Hold my cactus. I don't have a cactus. But what I have is a chance to win the Super Bowl. Don't sell. Throw it away. Don't be grounded. Thank you. I made the right call for once and threw the ball away. Holy crap. Get the camera. Things are happening. We need to get to at least the 40. At least the 40 to be like, okay, I feel good. This play's not bad. Pacheco? Was that worth it? Probably not. I need another 10, and I have no timeouts to do so. I maybe made a mistake. I gained 7 yards, and nobody likes it. Pickens is a big dude. We need Pickens to get there, though. They're on that. No way. Oh, because this is a long play. They have a linebacker on it. That is something. I mean, I think I just kicked the field goal from here. 41's close enough. Jake Elliott, they're going to ice us. Oh, ISIS. Why can't we end ISIS? I hate ISIS, dude. They just make me really not hit the field goal well. Yeah, I know. I said things. I can't really tell where this freaking indicator is. I think I'm on. I don't know. No shot! The field goal. It's tied up. There's no way we got this game to overtime. There's no way. Right, can't wait for them to kick return touchdown this. I would be so mad. They don't. Who gets the ball? Is it us? I hate this. I hate this so much. But we do get the touchdown. A stop wins the game. There is no stop. A score of any sort. Don't tell me they're going to punt this ball. You're on crystal if you punt this ball. You're on that good stuff if you're punting that. You're on something. Debo, the route runner. Hell yeah, dude. Any score wins the game. 20 yards. And we won the Super Bowl. The most unbelievable Super Bowl we've ever had. That finish was spectacular. We, of course, will be doing 2 more seasons. But I am genuinely shocked that we even got here. Obviously, we had to make some plays. We got to ridiculously... And you can't say, the difficulty must have been on rookie. Here's the thing. I probably could do like 100 onside kicks on rookie. I have no idea. Maybe I'm just wrong. But I still don't think you get many onside kicks. But it's on all Madden. I've done so many freaking onside kicks that don't work. For that to work is insane. It's insane. It is. The fact that Malone got the touchdown without needing, us to get a field goal. Or you waste that timeout, which we desperately needed. I mean, the amount of things that had to go right at the end there, that would have been the most unbelievable Super Bowl finish, literally of all time, and never to be beaten. One of the highlights is a damn field goal. Let it be known. While iced, mind you, Pacheco, that was definitely a play. That was definitely a play. Some crazy plays in there. That screen pass with no timeouts. Game's pretty much over. There it is. The game's pretty much over if he's taking inbounds. I believed. And ultimately, we have won the Super Bowl in year 2, which I just did not expect, especially with the Jaguars scheme, offensive and defensive. Bryce Young put up some numbers. Obviously, Joe Burrow was great himself. Back-to-back MVP for a reason. And Debo clutched up. Bowles gave up 5 sacks. Mac, I don't know if he's going to retire, but Mac had himself a day. He had himself a day. That is a game and a half. And that's, kind of why when at first I was like, maybe, Mac, he does well in sim. Mac does some things in Sim, and I really felt like he actually had a chance to become an X Factor earlier. Don't know what that regression is going to be like, but I think he's on the team no matter what, so I suppose got to embrace him. Did not think we were going to be like 44 to 41. Like I said, did not expect to be here. I was expecting us to still be drafting pretty high. Drafting another edge rusher to replace Mac. Instead, we're going to have to try to replace Mac at pick 32, because once again, we did not miss the playoffs. We exceeded expectations, and no matter how bad of a hand EA dealt us with the Sim, we have persevered and hopefully not lost Khalil Mack to retirement. Don't know what kind of resignings there are. I think there's a couple of linemen, but once again, we could probably do better at those spots. Adjust lineup. Let's take a look at Khalil Mack. He should still be here, but yeah, as expected, he is regressed. 82 overall. What's his ratings? Usable, and he probably does have, like, yeah, edge threat would make him definitely usable, but in this rebuild sense, I don't know. I think we have a lot of needs, though, so I'm not going to just sell out for an edge rusher when, once again, Mac is good enough. He's just good enough. Wills, I did try to get him back, but I think it's time to let him go. Ebikidi, the price is way too high. There's just no chance. So we do have a lot of, starters to replace, but at the same time, we have a lot of money. We have a couple of draft picks, and just because they're starters doesn't mean they were great players, right? We can get a lot of guys that have higher ceilings. But 94.4 mil, we have Petrie. That's an interesting name. Luvu is more of an edge rusher than an off-ball, so that's also an option. Probably not going to be the option I go with, but is an option. Elijah Moore, the number 3 wide receiver, could be a move. Could be a play. Yeah, I don't think we're signing anyone. I tried to, make you feel like something was going to happen. It's not going to happen. None of these players are worth it. I miss my Andrews. We could definitely do better, though. I'm not going to do it. I am a little tempted, but I'm not going to do it. So, of course, as to no one's surprise, pick 32 for winning the Super Bowl. Left tackle, first pick overall. Remember Jokel and Fisher? Oh, my. What a draft. Farley went number 4. Okay, he was one of my edge rushers I had on my list. Edge is mainly the thing we need. Edge and O-line. But edge is more of a future thing, whereas O-line is a kind of now thing. There's a couple of 1-2s. I don't know if we're going to land any of them. I will update you when we get closer. All right, move up to 21 because one of the edge rushers I did not expect to be there, who looks pretty good, is still there. So Benito, speed, a first this, a third this, a sixth this, and a fourth next to move up that 11 spots from 32 to 21. It's at 11, 12 spots. I don't know the math on it. But we're going to be a little bit low on O-line, I will say. But we will have a edge rusher for the future. He is 22, which kind of sucks, but he does have B tackle, B pursuit, C block shed, A finesse, B tackle, A awareness. Not the best ratings I've ever seen, but at the same time, if we're going to be drafting in that 20 to 30 range again and we need an edge rusher next season, it's hard to get someone even that looks like this. And it says round 1 talent, so I'm going to take that chance. And he's hidden dev, 85 speed, 88 excel. I mean, what else can we do? We played that pretty well, I think. And there might have been some other players that we could have maybe went for, but yeah, we really shouldn't even be taking this pick. So I'm going to probably trade this back. I got to get something, though. I know we're not really giving up a lot here to move back like 10 to 15 spots, but at the same time, I kind of need to move back 10 to 15 spots, gain something. And linebacker is a need, and there are a couple of really good linebackers, but I think it's O-line that needs to be taken first. Christian Brown, which is literally just Chris Brown. I have had so much bad luck with these players that look really good. They're 2 to 3, and they're still here somehow late. But I'm going to take Christian Brown anyways. I'm done. Nope. Never again. Never again. It could be just coincidence, but I swear, every single time, I probably startled some of you guys just sitting there, but every single time, they're a 2 to 3, they're late third or second there, they're early third. Every time they're normal dev. I swear it. Every single time that's the case. I'm done with that. I'm not doing it anymore. We have 2 linemen left, and it's actually pretty late in the 3rd round, so we're going to see if we can make some sort of miracle. There's no way this even comes close. We're going to cook. Cook 1 completed, resulting in Jason Black, 22 years old, B pass block, B impact, hidden dev. I don't know why I thought it was going to be normal. That is a good player. Might be our new center. Connor Williams moves to guard or something like that. Time to cook again. Third next, a fourth the following year, and Sterling Shepard to move up to this third-round pick. Definitely a win for them. And with this pick, we're going to be taking the other lineman. Hopefully he's hidden, so it's a win for us as well. I would really like to take Flemings or Craig, but I think you got to just go O-line. Bennett is going to be our guy. Johnny Bennett, 22 years old, also 6'2", also hidden development trait. And I'm going to take Terrell Jenkins with the final pick in the draft, late 7th. I just couldn't trade up anymore. And he's hidden development trait, 86 speed, 88 excel. All right, maybe he's built. He is pretty big. Maybe he's a tight end build. That would be interesting. I mean, sometimes you got to pay attention to these lates. He's 65 overall in fairness, but Peterman, 75 overall, hidden development trait, 81 finesse. Very bad in coverage, so him being in an actual 3-4 does kind of not work super well, but let's see what we got. Star Dev, that's not the best, but he is really good finesse. Don't care about, wow, these guys are both really low overalls. I'm more interested in Terrell Jenkins at this rate. Kind of mid route running and all that, so I could see him being a tight end, but his run block is so low, I don't think they intend him to be. I think they just intend him to be a 6'4" slow dude with Star Dev. I think they intended to be just a backup. I feel like this is an over trade, but a 2nd and 7th this with a 3rd and 6th next to get Braxton Jones, who's a 26-year-old. Normally, this is the type of trade that I love to make to gain players, but instead I've overpaid a little bit. I got to be honest, but the thing about him is he is a really good pass block. In a user league, this would be a really good move because the run block doesn't matter. Run blocking is just like goated this year, no matter how bad your run block is. Yet his pass block is really good. So he is definitely a much better overall than a 71 overall says. But that's basically, the big move, if you will. Definitely hurting our draft picks again. Here is the Season 3 roster. Definitely did not do as much for the O-line as I wanted to. I don't know who's playing left guard, whatever. It's someone that's hidden. One of these guys could be, maybe both, superstar, but probably not. We ended up going with Braxton Jones. I really didn't feel like I did enough for the O-line. And then we look at the receivers. Pretty solid stuff, actually. And Bryce Young at 82 overall. Should get to 86, 87 by the end of it. Safeties are looking pretty good. Corners looking pretty good. Interior's got potential. And we do need a new middle linebacker. I should actually just put Skinner as the number 1. And then Mack we have a replacement for. But Mack is good enough to play yet another year. Which, speaking of, we'll do one more year after this. No matter what happens, whether we go 0-17 or we go and win the Super Bowl. Up and down season, I think in the end, we're not going to make the playoffs here. But we got some re-signings to take care of. Isaiah Pacheco, one of them, easy clap. George Pickens, one of them, easier clap. Not really, but easy clap as well. Chase Brown, not a bad backup. Probably going to let him go, though. Same with Papo, I think. Mac, I mean, I'll have to see how he's playing, but 35 usually is when people retire. And yeah, 5.5, he's not really doing that well. Doesn't look like any other contracts, though, which is why I love a fantasy draft. Had a chance near the end, but absolutely choked. Going from the Super Bowl win to missing the playoffs. I think we were 8-9. Game wouldn't even let me see that. Of course, a bunch of new names at the quarterback list. Is that glitched out? Look at all those losses at the end. What a disaster. But is that glitched out? Look at all those names. Blaylock, Gilmore, and then Jalen Hurts. That is interesting. Maybe it is a time for a scheme change, as the passing wasn't great. Rushing was pretty good in fairness. Receiving was terrible. And then I want to see the defense. It's a 3-4, so it really doesn't matter what you do. It's always going to suck. Hicks was 7, 6.5 for Mac. We'll try a new 3-4. I'm not going to change the whole scheme. Elliott was not great. Might have even cost us the playoffs for all we know. Missing 4 kicks is pretty big. Could have had like 3 of them in one game, which lost us. Brock Purdy with the Commanders winning MVP. Clutching. I respect it. And then, missed another big one in a different game. Who knows? But what I do know is that this was a basically fully wasted season. No dev-ups on offense. Maybe Pacheco. Maybe. And then maybe Hicks. But outside of that, don't expect any dev-ups at all. And obviously, we missed the playoffs, which is the biggest thing of them all. The Falcons versus the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Some new teams, I suppose. Falcons are kind of not new. They do win it all. The Bengals you would think would be better, but they don't usually do too well in sim. And obviously, So, I mean, no dev up for Pacheco. Some of their players are definitely not the best for progressing. Hicks does go to Superstar, and I think that was it. But still, that's a pretty big dev up. Of course, you've seen Mac did retire, unfortunately. But Hicks, Superstar dev, Pureman, probably going to be our starter for next season. Draft picks, not looking great. We need a new middle linebacker as well, and I'm really just curious to see what's in free agency, because we're going to be spending some money if there's anyone there. And if not, I mean, I don't really know how we're going to acquire much, because I don't want to go super unrealistic mode. I already kind of did by only having one first-round pick this year and like a 5th and a 7th or something. But outside of like trading from the future, how do we actually acquire new players? We kind of like sold the draft. I mean, Owen Papao at this rate, he could even be a starter perhaps, so I'm going to keep him around. Chase Brown, he's not a bad player. How well did he play for us? So ratings first, very fast. Change direction's great, but everything else is kind of mid. Obviously the speed's great. He had a lot of touchdowns, but his yards per carry were terrible, so there's just no point. We're going to let everyone else go to free agency, even Gilliam. And we're going to hope there is some other players that we can go for. Maybe a middle linebacker. I would not hate an edge rusher. Like an 85 overall, like a freaking Phillips. No, there is nothing. Charbonnet, I guess I'll grab as our backup running back if nobody else wants him, but it's really, everyone, if nobody else wants him, everybody wants him is the answer to that one. Could go with like a safety and then put Mapu at linebacker, but even that I don't really want to do, so I think we're going to go for Charbonnet and that's it. Everything else is just a see you later moment. We do get him, I suppose. 2 year 4-12 anyways. Math is hard. All right, so our next pick in the draft is the 5th round, but we have pick 14, which will allow us to move back several times, I'd imagine, and basically gain back all of the picks that we're pretty much missing, which is A-okay. We might have to do a manual trade. Nope, the Raiders are cooking. 27 and 59 plus a third next year is definitely something I like to see. So let's go to 27, trade that for something middle of the second round. There's actually, I just seen Ellington. That was one of the corners I had. There might be some corners still left, actually, which I don't know if we really need a corner, but, you know, wide receiver 3, cornerback 3, those would be positions that we could use. Middleton, Knight has B's across the board. Do I take Ben Knight? I'm going to take Ben Knight. I'm going to regret taking Ben Knight. 27 of the second round, we had a bunch of linebackers. We do need a starting linebacker. There was a couple of linemen, but they're all 2 to 3, so there might be none left. Also didn't get to scout how good they actually were. Woodyard with a bunch of B's. Where are my linemen? So we have Hutton, who I scouted further. I think Hutton's my boy. I'm going to go Stephen Hutton. Can't wait for another normal. Thank you. Hidden Dev with strength. Now we wait till there's only 2 linebackers left because I want to make sure well, I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try to make sure that we have at least a hidden dev. So I'll try to get, both if one of them's normal. And, okay, I don't know if I really want Roland, actually, so I'm glad we stopped when we did, because Campbell is kind of my only bet. I really don't like Roland. I really don't, so I'm really hoping, I think no matter what, Roland's just going to have to be the guy. Like, I just don't think the other guy's just even worth taking. He could be an X Factor, doesn't matter. I just don't think there's much to look at there. We got that third back for next year. We use that to not even get close, apparently. Okay. Add Dorsey, and the trade goes through, which is cool, I suppose. No remaining picks in this draft. Never said this was going to be a realistic rebuild, but kept it kind of realistic for a while. That tight end kind of distracted me a little bit. Anyone else? We had a running back that looked okay. Semi-speedy wide receiver. I think that is really just going to be it anyways, is Campbell. Terrence Campbell, 22 years old, a couple of B's, very fast. Hidden, thank you. We will take that. And we'll call it a very mid-butt draft. Mid-butt draft. And the corner's good overall. Kind of happens a lot. The guard was a 72. And then the middle linebacker. That was the guy we needed to be good the most. Was a 75 overall. Pretty good block shed. Okay zone. Pretty bad man. Terrible press. That happens all the time now. Jumping's decent. Catching's pretty good. Very athletic, obviously. Hit power, what was it, like 78 or something? 81, one of the two. Dev. Star Dev. Okay, I mean, he's our new middle linebacker too. What can I say about that? What about Ben Knight? We had so many other corners. I don't even want to see who we passed on. Very talented. but yeah, definitely not hidden. And then Stephen Hutton might even, wow, he looks really raw, but he might even be the future right guard, which we're not going to be here for, but hey, superstar. Okay, yeah, that's a good draft pick. Superstar linemen are basically like the biggest gem you could ever get. Here it is, the final season team. 85 overall for Bryce, 95 for Pacheco, 89 for Pickens, 93 for Samuel. O-line, once again, we could have done better, which is why I traded for Jones, which, I mean, puts us at an okay spot. Probably in the top 15 teams. Edge, he's slowly getting better. We're going to change the scheme there. I'm not sure what. You know, Pittsburgh's usually what I default back to, but even that's not great, so I might try something new. Offense, I don't know what to think. I might try something new there as well, but the team's not bad. It's just, for some reason, just didn't really develop. I don't know. It's just kind of slowly getting there, maybe too slowly. Here's the squad, the final season. Bryce Young ended up getting to that 85 overall, like we said. I wanted 86, but 85, 86 is close enough. Didn't change the scheme, though, but here is the squad. Everyone is hidden star or higher, except for 2 offensive linemen. Oh, look, our rookie linebacker is a superstar dev. We're having a pretty good season. Hawkinson needs a contract. That'll be a yes. Davis, it'll be a yes. Braxton, I guess, it'll be a yes. Stromberg, I suppose. And I think that's kind of it. Did we find some new playbooks? I rolled the Chargers offense with the Buccaneers defense. I know the Chargers defense for a while has been decent, specifically for the running back in the receiving game and some decent rushing numbers. But this is a definite turnaround. 15-2. I don't know what the defensive numbers look like. We'll have to find out. But Bryce Young, 35 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 4,100 yards pretty much. Very good stuff across the board. Pacheco! Told you the good word of the running back. 23 touchdowns, 1860 rushing, 5.4 average, with another 303 touchdowns receiving. Could he be MVP? Samuel, pretty good. Pickens, okay. Hawkinson, pretty good. And Sky Moore, not bad at all. O-line, very solid, actually. Defensively, sack totals, 10 for Forden, 8 for Hicks, Pierman with 5. I don't know what to think about all that, but it's not bad, right? It's not bad. Elliott, perfect kicking. Cole, decent. Obviously, our youngster had a lot of tackles. Interesting. MVP? Pacheco, number 10. I'm sure he was number 10. Really? Okay. Pacheco was Offensive Player of the Year at least. Could go to X Factor from Star. Campbell was Defensive Rookie of the Year. No shocker there. Pacheco, best running back. Should definitely. And then Jake Elliott wins best kicker, which is great. Should definitely be going to X Factor. If he doesn't go to X Factor, that would be really disappointing because 2 award wins with a great season in general absolutely should be enough. I mean, he should almost debatably go from normal to X Factor, let alone star. We're 90 overall, which isn't perfect, but it is very good. And we're going against the 85 overall CJ Stroud-led Tennessee Titans. Going to the end of the game. Right to left is us. We had that nice stop with the touchdown. They get a touchdown right back, though. We get the touchdown, so it's back up by 7. Before half, we had a chance. Didn't take advantage of it, but they didn't either. Up 14, up 11. They are now only down by 8, and with that touchdown, we will be headed to the championship round. 31-13 over the Titans, the division rival Titans, should I mention. Bryce Young wasn't great, but this is the playoffs. It's a whole nother beast. 3 touchdowns for Pacheco. No one cares about any of this. Sack totals. Meh. Pick for Kyle Hamilton. Elliott missed 1 of 2. Rylan missed 1 of 2. Or 1 of 3. These kickers, man. Also, Rylan. Shout out to him. To the championship round. The Chiefs. It is the Raiders. Also a pretty good scheme. 88 overall. We're a 90, which is a little bit better, obviously. But still not the best. But there is something about this scheme, especially on offense. It feels kind of good. See if we can win another Super Bowl. 2 out of 3 years. They get 7, we get 3. Bunch of back and forth nothings. They get another 3 to put it back up by 7. Now up by 14. We get a touchdown back. Second half. Down by 14. Get the touchdown. Down by 7. Driving down. Could be the equalizer. It will be the equalizer. 7 minutes left. Can we get the stop to go for the lead? We cannot. At best, it is overtime or we go for it. Clock is not on our side. The plays look like crap, and this clock could be running, which it is not, thankfully, because we need to at least get 30 yards at minimum here to really give ourselves a chance. Hawkinson, need that throw. Completely misses it. Love that. I mean, that was a massive gainer with out of bounds. Instead, it's literally nothing. In behind. I tried to throw it in behind. I threw it right at the guy. I don't know why I thought I could throw that behind him, and I just threw it right to him. Bryce Young's still going to be getting the blame because, well, he didn't win on his own, and two, that first throw was a massive gainer out of bounds. Forced me into something I didn't want to do, and, well, I'm calling the police. Bryce Young, once again, pretty bad. Even without our pick, it's still low yardage, bad completion percentage. Pacheco didn't do what he normally would do. Disappointing offense. Offense was disappointing. Defense wasn't great, but the offense... And then Jake Elliott missing another freaking field goal, dude. What is wrong with him? Perfect in the regular season, missing multiple in the post. Either way, though, that chasing the Chiefs, chasing some other dynasty teams situation is completely gone now, right? We won 2 years ago. It's like an eternity at this point. It's not good enough to win, 2 Super Bowls every 5 years. You got to do better than that, and we unfortunately could not. It is the Raiders versus the Cowboys, which I don't know how, but the Raiders scheme never does well for me yet. In these fantasy draft rebuilds, it almost always does. I don't know if they just draft well or what's the story, but they do end up losing, which, even though it's the Cowboys, a part of me is still kind of happy. Just a little bit. Pacheco does go to Superstar. Like I said, he probably should have went to X Factor, but here is what he looks like. Is he not supposed to be faster than this? He is already regressing at 27. That is crazy, but I thought he was also fast in that. Pretty good trucking, to be honest. Pretty good juke, pretty good spin, very good carrying, break tackle, all that stuff. He is not bad, but I did expect more because he already starts off as a pretty damn good overall. Then we got Bryce going up to a 90, which once again proves how big it is to make the playoffs and win games. He went from an 82 to, was it an 80 or an 82 to an 85 in 1 year, and then he went from an 85 to a 90 the next year. Like, it takes more XP as you level up, so, that says something. Debo, I really thought he was going to be lower than this. He actually did well. I appreciate what he's done for us. Very good stuff. Who is the wide receiver to the man that doesn't want to get superstar dev? George Pickens. He was, basically playing second fiddle. Most of the schemes aren't going to allow your number 2 or 3 to do well. Hawkinson, 85 overall. He had a couple of 700 to 800 yard seasons, which is actually really good, especially for real life. Very good route running and all that. Looking at the O-line, do I really care? Not really. Did we look at Bryce? I feel like I just glanced over Bryce. I think we probably did look at him. I just didn't notice. But 90 throw power is 3 overall higher than he started with, which is good. You get the coaching thing, and he ends up becoming a Pierman with a dev up. He ends up becoming 93 throw power, right? Oh wait, when did he get this? Was he... I'm so confused. When did he get to Superstar? Was it a weekly thing? Was it last season and I'm just dumb? I don't even know, but Hicks is an 82 overall. I would have expected more from him overall-wise, but it is how it is. I'm really interested to see Mapu, to be honest. Mapu with 87 overall is really good, but I don't know what that zone's going to look like. Speaking of zone, Skinner, 86 zone, could easily play safety without a doubt. 6'2", 234. Got more speed than most safeties in general. Campbell already over an 80 overall with Superstar, which is very impressive. He obviously had a really good rookie year, and that's all it really takes. Very balanced. Man coverage kind of sucks, but can't be great at everything. Unless you're me in real life, obviously. Mapu, 85 zone, speed's better than I would have expected. So with that hip power, tackle, pursuit, all that, he's actually really good. 68 block shed for a safety as well. He is actually really strong. He's a pretty good player. Then we look at strong safety, Will Ferrell, 89 overall, 92 zone, insanely fast. Got a little bit of hip power to go with it. Can catch the ball. Block shed's kind of bad, but that is a very good safety. Did really well with him. AJ Terrell. Try to upgrade him more balanced-wise, but he's already balanced across the board. Super fast, great man in zone. And then we move on to the cornerback 2. Forbes is a 87 overall, which is actually pretty good. Zone coverage isn't even that bad either. 81 zone, 89 man. Very fast, very good complementary cornerback. Top 10 duo in the league, I'd imagine. That's a pretty safe bet even. Forden, really good job to get his power move up. We got lucky with a camp standout where it gave us a +3 because he was a block shed first guy until that happened. And he's actually not bad. Obviously, had himself, was it him or Bolden? They're both kind of similar names. There's ins in them, right? Don't pause. 78 finesse, 82 block shed. He's got a lot of like ratings in the green. And then Jordan Davis, I imagine he's going to be so bad at getting to the quarterback, but his block shed should be in the 80s. 27 years old, 90 block shed, 75 power move. Ended up paying him a 4-year 92. So glad it was higher than 80s because now that I think about it, 27. He's up there. But if you guys have any ideas for a challenge rebuild you want to see in the future, let me know in the comment section below. And like I said, if I use it, you'll be shouted out, which ultimate prize, forget anything else you're aiming for in life. That is the goal. That is the new prize. Maybe leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. Don't know when the next Spider-Man upload will be. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. If we don't get the like goal for tomorrow, probably Monday then. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video.